What's up, people? Yeah, right now I'm walking, so you may hear cars in the background. I don't know. I'm on the sidewalk. I had to take my one of my vehicles to the shop because it's been, having some issues, wobbling or something. Who knows, man? It's like the end of that one movie with Will Smith in it, I Am Legend, where those zombies that just keep coming and coming. And that lady's, he hides that lady, but Will stays out. She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "They're going to just keep coming and coming," until he had to put an end to it, But that's basically life, folks, for all of us. I know everybody thinks they have it harder than the next person. That's just how we're wired to think. We all think that our situation is more unique than the other person. That's just how we're thinking. We're all self-centered, let's face it. But not everybody is self-aware of that self-centeredness. But that's just survival. So, of course, you're going to always think that everything evolves around you because you're you. But anyways. But in reality, things happen to everybody, folks. And we all have different thresholds of tolerance and pain. So what may seem like nothing to one person could be hell to another. And what may seem like heaven to one may be hell to another. I used to look at guys that were married and had kids. "Oh, man, I hate this situation, man." They'd be cheating on their wives, trying to run away, having affairs. And I remember when I was young, I'm like, "What are you talking about, man? I've always wanted a wife and a family and kids and a dog and a picket fence house." This guy has it, and you'd think he was in Hades, in hell. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why you can't compare your situation with anyone else's, because we're all wired differently, man. It's just the fact, Jack. But yeah, this is basically a meaningless input here. I'm just, I'm walking. It's a nice day out. Probably upper 60s. Nice and cool. Just the way I like it, man. I'm not sweating. The sun's not beating down on me. Let's see what else is going on. I'm older now. I'm Gen X, and sometimes I act like I'm 19. I think when you're single, it's like you feel like you're 19 all the time, 20. But actually, I think when I was 19 and 20, I had more going on. That's for sure, man. It's like I was making more progress 20, 30 years ago than I am now. I definitely had more time in front of me. But, lately I've been, I want to start my own website. I want to, maybe start my own little comedy gig. And then sometimes I ask myself why. I say, well, why do you keep dreaming? I ask myself sometimes, what's the point? And then I realized, I said, well, that's what keeps you alive, folks, in my opinion. It's what keeps me alive. You got to keep dreaming. You got to keep acting like there's something else you can do or accomplish. Otherwise, then what do you got to live for? Because as humans, we're not just flesh and blood, man. We're complex. And there's more to being alive than just food and shelter. That's why I hate that term, at leastism. Well, at least, you don't prosper when your life is the least of everything. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you prosper. That's why people die. Like they say, a couple can be married for 50 years and then the husband dies, and then a couple of days later the wife dies. There's nothing wrong with the wife, but on the inside, her spirit just died. You see what I'm saying? Or crib death, when you don't hug a baby, the baby will die. But sometimes they say single people that are alone tend to die before those in relationships. So you can literally kill someone by isolating them. Why do you think, like in prison? Like in prison, you get these hardcore killer guys, and they do something, they go into isolation. After a week, they go, put me back in general population. Hardcore killers, man. And a lot of these guys do things that other prisoners don't like, so they put them in isolation for their own protection. But there's something about that isolation that makes them like, you know what? I'd rather take my chances with killers than to be alone. But that's just how it is, folks. That's just how we're wired. So that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta. Hang on, I'm walking through a construction site right now. Back to dreams, man. You gotta keep dreaming, because dreaming and hoping, and that's what keeps us alive, folks. Is always thinking and telling yourself there's something better. down the road, there's something to get up for, something to live for. It's what keeps you alive, man. You got to keep that, that. I just walked past someone. They probably thought it was a nutcase. But anyways. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm getting near my place now, so people going to think I'm undercover spy. You know how people are in the ghetto, in the hood. They always think you're working. They might think I work for ICE. They're like, hey, he must work for ICE or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't wait to get on stage, folks. I think I'll have a good comedy routine once I get back on stage, because I got a lot of things I'd like to get out that I've been through that not even my own family knows about. They probably don't even care about. But anyways, I'm out. Surviving in the Hood as an Outsider. Don't forget to buy that book. It's still out there. I think I got like one sale this year. Print on demand, though. In fact, when I do my show, I'm gonna have flyers with my book up there saying "Surviving in the Hood as an Outsider." I don't make sales go up. Man, see, you got to get inventive, folks. Especially the older you get, people ain't gonna hire you. You got to figure out ways to make your own money. My book ain't dead yet. my book's not dead yet. All I got to do is figure out a way to reanimate it. That's all. And I did that years ago to take care of myself today. So, anyways, let me stop yapping my mouth later, and bye. Now go get your shine box.